The morning sun was still rising over Manhattan when the producers of the Wendy Williams Show made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Meghan Markle would appear live for a special interview. The news spread across social media within minutes, and tickets for the audience were gone in seconds. Rumor had it that Meghan planned to discuss her new charity initiative, but insiders whispered that the interview might take an unexpected turn. Backstage, the production area buzzed with frantic movement. Assistants shuffled clipboards, makeup artists darted between guests, and the head producer, Dana, kept glancing nervously at the clock. Meghan arrived with her calm smile, dressed in a cream-colored suit that radiated confidence. She greeted everyone warmly, even those who stared at her with thinly veiled awe. But the atmosphere shifted the moment Wendy Williams swept in. Her walk was brisk, her eyes sharp, her energy unmistakably electric. "Let's give the audience a show today," she said, flipping through the interview cards. When she reached Meghan's segment, she paused only for a second, but the producer noticed. Wendy slid the card back into the stack without commenting. Minutes before going live, Meghan sat quietly on the sofa backstage, sipping herbal tea. She looked serene, but her assistant noticed her fingers tapping lightly against the cup. "You'll do great," he whispered. Meghan nodded. "I just hope it stays respectful." The stage manager's voice echoed through the hallway. "We're live in 5, 4, 3. Meghan stood, smoothed her jacket, and walked confidently toward the glowing lights. Whatever happened next, the world would witness it in real time. The applause thundered as Meghan stepped out onto the stage. The audience rose to their feet, many cheering, some gasping. Wendy greeted her with a wide smile, almost too wide. Meghan took her seat, crossing her legs gracefully. "Welcome, Duchess," Wendy said, emphasizing the title with a hint of sarcasm. "Thank you for having me," Meghan replied warmly. For the first few minutes, the interview proceeded smoothly. Meghan spoke about her charity work, her passion for women's education, and a new international initiative she was launching. The viewers at home flooded the network with positive comments. But then Wendy shifted in her chair and leaned forward. "So," she said, voice dropping slightly, "let's talk about everything else." Meghan's smile tightened. "What exactly do you mean?" Wendy held up a stack of cue cards. "Your family drama, the headlines, the interviews, the decisions that made you one of the most talked about women on the planet. Surely our audience wants to know your side," some audience members murmured. The tension was instant. Meghan remained composed. "I came here today to discuss my foundation." That was the agreement. Wendy waved her hand dismissively. "Come on, Meghan, be real. People want the truth. Did you walk away from royal life because of pressure or because—" "I'm not here to relive trauma," Meghan cut in, her voice firm but controlled. The room froze. Wendy raised an eyebrow. "Are you refusing to answer on live TV? My show doesn't work like that." Meghan straightened in her seat. "And my life doesn't work on sensationalism." Gasps rippled across the studio. Wendy's smile vanished. Just like that, the spark ignited the storm. The air in the studio became razor-sharp. Cameras zoomed in, catching every twitch, every breath, every flicker of anger. Wendy leaned back, crossing her arms, a challenge in her eyes. "So what you're saying," she said slowly, "is that you can control the narrative here?" Meghan's expression remained calm, but there was steel in her voice now. "I'm saying that I agreed to speak about something meaningful. I won't be pulled into topics designed to demean or sensationalize." Wendy snapped her fingers at a crew member. "Bring me the cards with the family timeline." "We're doing this." The audience shifted uncomfortably. Some phones quietly lifted, recording despite the no filming signs. Meghan inhaled deeply. "Wendy, with respect, I won't participate in this." Wendy laughed, a sharp, mocking sound. "Honey, this is my show. You play by my rules." And then Meghan did something no one expected. She stood up. The audience murmured, some stunned, others whispering frantically. Wendy blinked, caught off guard. "I came here in good faith," Meghan said, her voice echoing across the studio. "But I won't allow myself or any woman to be ambushed for entertainment." Wendy stood too, refusing to be overshadowed. "Sit down. The interview isn't over." "No," Meghan replied softly. "It is." The producer appeared at the edge of the stage, panic etched across her face. Studio protocol didn't cover royalty or former royalty walking off live. But before she could intervene, Wendy raised a hand sharply. "Security," Wendy commanded. "Escort my guest off the stage if she won't cooperate." The audience gasped aloud. Two guards hesitated, clearly uncomfortable. Everyone knew this moment would explode across the internet within seconds. Meghan looked at them calmly. "There's no need. I'm leaving." She took a step toward the exit, dignity radiating from her posture. The guards followed at a respectful distance. Wendy, realizing how it appeared, tried to regain control. "This is what happens," she declared, "when people can't handle tough questions." But the crowd didn't cheer. No applause, just heavy silence. Meghan paused at the edge of the stage and turned slightly, her voice firm but gentle. "Truth doesn't fear questions, only cruelty does." She walked off, leaving the studio stunned. Wendy speechless, and the world moments away from an explosion of headlines. And by evening, social media would describe it with one sentence. Meghan Markle kicked off live. TV after an explosive argument, but walked away stronger.